Hey everybody, welcome to 8 to 10. We're talking about fame, this good noontime event. As you come in, please welcome yourself. Let's get started. Okay, give me a good hello, a Rudy Tooty, what's up? And this hour we'll be talking about different ideas about fame, different vocab. We'll be building dialogue around being famous, being infamous. Okay, so as you guys come in and join me, please say hello so I'm not all lonely. Um, I'm calling you guys from Milano. Where are you guys about today? What are you guys up to today? Just, talk about give me your thoughts, all right? Flavia, come on in. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Okay. In this hour, like I said before, we're going to be talking about fame. Okay. So I know all of you are very famous people. Okay. You are the most famous people I know because your names are in lights. Okay. The showcase for today is going to be how to become YouTube famous. Okay. Hey, Alessia. Renzo, come on in. Okay, excellent. So I hope everyone is doing good. I'm doing very well. It is Wednesday, or what we call in America. Can I get a drum roll? Anybody? Drum roll. Today is hump day because it is the middle of the week. Okay. So we are in the middle. I know even though we are at home, don't forget that we are still going day by day. Okay, today is Wednesday. I don't know. Tell me, does anyone have a birthday coming up? When is your birthday? I would love to celebrate it. Maybe we can celebrate it on a webinar. That would be pretty exciting. Okay, but as we are in the middle of the week, we are looking towards Friday and we're looking back on Monday. Okay, so today's topic, we're talking about money, we're talking about fame, we're talking about lights, okay? And the lights that is most specific whenever you are a star, we say that the star is shown under the spotlight or the limelight. Really? Flavia, excellent girl. We got a May 6th birthday. Very good. Okay. See, I knew it. I had that feeling. I had that feeling that someone's birthday is soon. Okay. Excellent. Um, so for all of you guys, you today, so May 6th, Flavia, you will be the star under the spotlight. Okay. All eyes on you for your birthday. All right. What about you others? Renzo, Alessia, you guys got any birthdays coming up? I love celebrating birthdays. Birthdays are so much fun. Um, Cakes, ice cream, party hats. It's the best. It's the best. So today, other than birthdays, we're going to be talking about fame, and we're going to be talking about what it means to be famous. And we have to think about some vocab on fame. Okay. So, for example, if I say something is well known, I can make fame into an adverb. Okay. So if you guys can think about it, how can we make fame in an adverb? Okay. So we want to describe the object, okay, or the adjective. So for example, Greece is well known for, or we can say is, and we'll use the word fame. So I want to test you guys to start off at the beginning to see if you can change fame into an adverb. And yes, Flavia, limelight is synonym for spotlight. And Alessia, your birthday is July 1st. I like it. Okay, kind of like July 4th. And Renzo, nice, brother. Okay, in the house. So famously. So we're going to look at the different kinds of uses of fame, and we're going to look at different ways to talk about fame, your expressions, your opinions on fame, okay? So looking here, okay, let's first start off by all of us together. What we need to do is we're going to think of 5 of the most famous men and 5 of the most famous women, okay? So working together, let's come up with a list and talk about why we think they are famous. So in your list, maybe choose 1 or 2 and just talk about why do you think they are famous, okay? For example, in our pictures, we have a couple different people and we have a different kind of reasons for fame as well. So think about what are some different reasons for fame. Most of the time, whenever we think about fame, we think about celebrity, we think about actors and actresses. But today, fame, it can be many shapes and many colors. People can be famous for science, can be famous for art, can be famous for philanthropy, for giving, okay, like Mother Teresa. People can be famous for activism. So today we have to think about all different reasons of why do you think they are famous. And it could also be their character of why someone is famous. Because if we talk about people, people have different traits and different personalities, and those help us to be under the limelight. Okay, the Pope is famous because of his role, yeah, and his visibility. Very good. So we see fame as a sense of visibility, right? Very good, Claudia. So when we talk about visibility, we can talk once again. Okay, so the Pope is Francis is famous for his personality, Renzo. Because if it's for my personality, heck, I would love to be famous, but I don't think I will be anytime soon. Okay, uh, and that's the thing is the Pope, for example, he's famous and he's very well renowned for his compassion and his patience. Okay, so that's characteristics, right? Whereas we talk about, for example, we can go to the other side of the perspective. Okay, I give you guys the challenge. You have to give me 2 adjectives that describe Donald Trump. Okay, I'll leave that there. You guys can comment at any time. But we have famous and then we have the negative side. Okay. Katarina, you are on top. All right. And no worries about being late. Remember, too, guys, at the end of this, if you miss any of these webinars, you can always go back and watch them on YouTube. They stay up for a few days. Okay. So don't worry about being late. You can always catch up. You can't miss anything. Okay. All right. And he's well known also and by, and we could even say, we can also say, Flavia, we could say he is also well known by atheists and agnostics. Okay, so Pope Francis is recognized by many different people. Okay, and so that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about fame as a positive, but then we also have fame as a negative. And when you are remembered for something negative, we have to think about what is that word. Okay, so as Renzo gave us, the adverb of famous is famously. All right, now let's think about the negative of famous. So if I have you are famous, you also have the bad one. Okay. So on our list, tell us what are some of the people that you think are famous. Okay. For example, okay, so we can take something like this Okay. And this is what we want to talk about. Obama is famous for his work in government. He is famous for his contribution to America and his global relations. Okay. So take a moment. We're talking about Pope Francis, Obama, talking about Brad Pitt, talking about Dave Matthews, talking about Vasco Rossi. I mean, you guys can talk about whoever. And these people who are famous, okay, why are they famous? Okay. What's up, Filippo? Come on in. I want to talk about, because fame is changing today. Before, fame was kind of the works that you do, but now how do we explain fame like Chiara Ferragni or Fedez? How do we explain fame like Greta Thunberg? How do we explain fame? Why are these people famous? Okay. What is the difference about fame today and fame 20 years ago? Okay. Um, for example, could we say that Umberto Eco, is he famous? Okay, these are some questions that we want to ask today. We want to talk about different lives and how do they become famous. For example, a lot of times we talk about if you become famous, some people just jump to stardom. Okay. What's up, Alex? So will they skyrocket to success or they skyrocket to stardom? So it's a very quick success. Renzo Martin Luther King was famous for his commitment about human rights. Very good. And we're going to say commitment to human rights. Okay. Very nice. So these are some very important people. Okay. Or what we could say are our VIPs, like all you. Okay. We got our very important people in the house. Okay. Very good, Alex. So there are new types of fame. Okay. New types of fame like people that are influential, so fame and influence. Flavia says that famous people have notoriety, visibility, and in general are able to convince someone else to do something or affect them, their way of thinking. Very good. So they are influential. Okay. And this is a really important term. Okay. People who are influential are people who can motivate a large mass of people who can inspire and make you feel something inside. Okay. And Filippo, here I think about Bill Gates for his philanthropy, Elon Musk for his innovation, Ian McEwan for his books, Michelle Hulbeck too, and Christopher Nolan for his films. Very good. So famous people have a strong personality and they could become important columns for some common people. Excellent. And I like that, Caterina. We're going to use columns of support, or we can even say infrastructure. They become pillars. Okay? They become pillars. Okay? And now, for example, this is very good. Alessia. Now we see Hitler was famous for the horrific things. Okay. Now, if that is a negative, we're going to look at infamous. Okay. Infamous. Infamous is negatively famous. Okay. I know Steve Jobs was a very influential person. Renzo, exactly. Umberto Eco was a famous Italian intellectual. He was known for his novel In the Name of the Rose. Okay. And that's the thing is writers, poets, artists, people who are influential and motivational. Okay. People that inspire us. That's what fame is. Fame is a responsibility. It's a gift given to people because when they give, they receive. And if they give their talents and their love and their passion, their gift will be fame. Mhm. That would be the good old Andy Warhol said everyone will have at least 15 minutes of fame. Okay. Andy Warhol said that, Alex. Maybe you're thinking of someone else as well, but mhm. So today what I want us to do is think about, for example, our our top 5 most influential people. Who are the 5 most influential people today? Think about that right now. In today's time, contemporary people, who are the influential people of today? Are they scientists? Are they inventors? Are they doctors? Are they politicians? Who are these people? This is very important because these people are shaping our future. Let's think of our 5 most influential people. Who are they? Because today, I have to tell you, it seems a little confusing in the world today of who really is famous and who was infamous. Okay, when you think of stars that are really doing something, for example, I read on the news yesterday, very good. Okay, excellent. Giuseppe Conte. And it doesn't matter your political view, okay? These people have power. So fame, power, influence. Okay, these 3 kind of live together. Okay, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about bias and unbiased. Okay, okay. Bias is whenever you have a strong opinion because you are a part of a group. Okay, okay. So based on affiliation, affiliation is, for example, if you are a Republican, you have a bias for different values than a Democrat. Okay. And yeah, it does depend. But if we think about specific people, that's what I'm looking for. We're thinking about Angela Merkel, the Prime Minister of China, Donald Trump. Okay, so that yeah, for negative. Okay, Filippo says that scientists and virologists. Okay? And famous people have an important sense of responsibilities because they have lots of followers and they send a negative or positive message. Exactly. So everything, they are always under the limelight. They are always being watched. They're always being followed. Okay. And they are followed by a beautiful Italian word, paparazzi. Okay. These people that take photos and follow them day to day that just want to understand their life are really intrusive. Okay. So looking here, we're going to read through this, okay, and I'll make it a little bigger so that you guys can see. Let's work together, and we're going to look at these different phrases of fame, and we're going to put them into the correct sentences, okay? So, blank can cause problems in a celebrity's personal life. Naples is the blank home of pizza. It is easy for blank people to make friends. Politicians are for stealing money from the people, and Brad Pitt cheated on his wife Jennifer Aniston. Okay, and very good, Alessia. I think that today we have a lot of negative influence in the world today. Okay, there's a lot of negativity. Okay, very good. So fame can cause problems in celebrities' personal life. Naples is world famous. I love it. Okay. It is easy for blank people to make friends. Very good. Politicians are excellent. Very good, Flavia. Are infamous. Okay. And Brad Pitt. Hmm. Famously. Excellent. Very good job, guys. Okay. So now, for example, can you think of any other examples using some of this vocab? Um, for you guys, make a definition of what fame is. I'd love to hear it. Or can you think of any other world famous things? Can you think about what fame does to people? Can you think of any other infamous people? And can you think of any famously, can you think of any activities that were famously done? Okay. So we can even make quotes saying, for example, Martin Luther King famously said. Okay. So we can introduce quotes by using the adverb famously said. This is a great way to introduce quotes. Abraham Lincoln famously said. Okay, Gandhi famously said. So try to come up with some different examples using this vocab. Very good, Alex. Okay, is infamous for his crimes that he committed. Notorious as well. Yeah, we can say that notorious is a negative side of fame as well. Very good, Renzo. For example, what is the world famous place for technology? Or what is, or who is a famous astronaut or famous runner? Okay. Mhm. So give me your opinions. Maybe if you guys can come up with a different definition of what fame is, it'd be very interesting. So now it's time, guys, for you to invent some different examples. So what is fame to you? Okay. What are some places or some things that are world famous or world known? Excellent. Okay. Fantastic, Flavia. Rome is a world famous city for its history and local attractions. Okay. Mhm. Sure, Alessia. Alessia, what we're talking about, we're using this vocab to create other sentences, like how Flavia created this about Rome. Can you come up with a definition of fame? Or can you talk about celebrities? Okay, because for example, when we talk about celebrities, we can talk about gossip. Excellent, Alex. Okay, Dublin is famous for Guinness beer. Okay, Pisa has a typical tower and it's famous as a meeting place. Mhm. Yeah, exactly. The concerts. Very nice. And what about, for example, your towns? For example, I come from a city called Buffalo. Do you know what it is famous for? Does anybody? And I think that's what's really cool about different cities is every city is famous for something. Sometimes we have different sayings or we have different reasons for being famous, but every city is famous for something, even the most little of things. Okay. So if you guys are ever bored, research Buffalo, New York, and you will find what it is famous for. Okay. So now our next question, guys, is we're going to be talking about if you would like to be famous or not. Okay. I like this one, Alessia. Very good job. Tijuana is infamous because it is considered the city with the most crimes in the world. Okay. And remember, whenever we use think, almost always, we will always say think about. We want to tie these together. Okay. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about, uh, I'll think about your offer. Okay. I use think about and think of. Okay. But when you think of, it's a phrasal verb for invent or create something. Okay. So I think about people, I think about places, I think about life, love, but I think of ideas. Okay. So what kind of fame would you have? Would you be royal? Would you be famous? Would you be infamous? Okay, so let's talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of being famous. Okay, think about it. We'll think about it all together, and I want to hear what you guys think. Oh, why not, Alessia? Why would you not want to be famous? I think you'd be a good influencer. Excellent, Alex. There we go. We're making a band now, and we're going to get famous. We're going to tour the world. We're going to play our music all over. I think that's a great idea. Okay. So, what are your reasons? For example, Alex, describe a day in your life as a famous drummer. Alessia, describe why would you not want to be famous? Okay. Okay. All right. And Flavia, very good. And let's just think about our preposition. Apart from money, okay? Apart from money, you have no privacy. Everyone knows, okay, about your personal life. Very good. All right. Very good. And Renzo, looking here, they're infamous for their, and I know in Italian we tend to make behavior, we can make it plural and singular, but behavior will always stay singular. Okay? And Alessia, I think that famous people are always in the spotlight, and I don't like it. Exactly. So there's too much attention, there's too much pressure, there's too much always showing yourself in front of people, people always following you, always wanting more. I feel like I feel like fame becomes a job. Fame is kind of like a work. You have to, you have to work to be famous. And I think that becomes very, very exhausting. That's just my opinion. What about you guys? What do you think? I think fame is overrated. Fame is overrated. Okay? So a lot of times we use this expression that it's not what it is cracked up to be. And crack up can be two things. If I crack you up, I make you laugh. If it's not it cracked up to be altogether, it means that it's not what you think it is. Okay. Carolina, I don't know if I would be famous because I'd like to keep my private life to myself. And I don't like to know that people can always speak about me. Exactly. It's kind of nasty, always thinking that, oh, what did they say about me? Again and again. Okay. I imagine my band on tour. We wake up in a hotel in some part of the world, then we walk around the city while the roadies are preparing the stage. So you just go when the concert starts, Alex. Very good. Uh-huh. Okay. And now, Renzo, we're gonna have to use a hypothetical. So I wouldn't like to be, okay, unless you are famous. Renzo, are you trying to tell us that you're famous? Renzo Banasu has a very famous site sound clip. But see, Alessia, you bring up a good point. If the only advantage is money, we can make money in other ways. We don't have to be famous to have money. Exactly. So rumors create fake news, gossip, a famous life is a very intrusive life. Okay, so it's important to always find the balance between money and your privacy. I agree. Okay, and now looking here. Okay, so what we have to do now, guys, is we're going to talk a little bit about, your life. Okay, I want you guys to think about it here, and I want you guys to think about first. Let's just take part of this identity, this slide, and I want you to come up with some different questions. If you were a journalist, for example, we'll use Alex as an example. Alex is a famous drummer, okay? So as a journalist, what are some questions you might ask Alex? Okay? And now, before we begin, let's think about this. Flavia, Renzo, Alessia, Alex, Katerina, what are you famous for? Okay, imagine, what are you famous for? Okay, I'm gonna be famous for. I'm gonna be an author. Okay, I am a famous author. So now, what you guys can do is come up with some different questions to ask each famous person. Okay. You have a famous drummer, a famous writer. What about you guys? Flavia, Alessio, Renzo, Caterina. What are you famous for? Very good, Alessia. When did you start playing drums? Very good, Flavia. Alex, how do you prepare for concerts? See, Alex, look, you're becoming a famous musician already. Very cool. Alessia is the journalist. Very good. Oh, yeah, Alessia, the most famous journalist in the whole world. And we can even be a journalist asking a journalist about the occupation. So, for example, Alessia, what was your first article you ever wrote? Okay. And Alex, what was the first song you learned how to play on the drums? Renzo, question for you. When did you first start giving money, your philanthropy? Who did you first help? Very nice, Katerina. Okay. Yeah, a lot of fake news. Okay. And Alessia, the first article I ever wrote, it was 20. So you were 20. You were 20. But what do you remember the title of the first article you wrote? And Alex, very good. Okay. I prepare myself in the backstage with some warm ups and drinking a beer. Very good. Okay. So you kind of get some liquid courage. Okay. Oh, Highway to Hell. Excellent. Okay. Very good. And what is your favorite song to play? Oh, it was 20 years ago. Wow. Very cool. And I first helped the school because it's very important for the people. Excellent. So Renzo, you helped. The first time you helped was in a school. Excellent. Okay. And let's see, you interviewed Barack Obama. Good times. All right, let's see. I like it. Wow. And what do you remember that Barack Obama told you? Okay. And Renzo, how did you feel after you helped the school? Okay. And Alex, what is your favorite song to play? And Katerina and Flavia, I'm still waiting for you ladies. What are you for? So that we can all ask each other questions. I'm a famous food blogger. Excellent. And Alex, I like to play many songs, but I like to play my band's songs much more. Excellent. So you like to play your originals. Okay. And Alex, have you guys ever made an album? Okay. And excellent. So Flavia, you are a food blogger. Okay. And what specific theme? Do you have a specific theme for your articles? Okay. Okay, so Flavia, what's your specific theme for your blog? And Alex asks Alessio, what's the best articles that you have ever written? Okay, other than Obama. Okay. And Flavia, what are the recipes you focus on? Excellent. Carrie, I played piano since I was a child. I started with classical music, and now I enjoy doing some little concerts with my friends in the city. Now I prefer jazz, rock, blues. Excellent. Very good, Katerina. So you've progressed. So tell me, for example, Katerina, who are some musicians that inspire you? And Flavia, tell me some different styles or some different dishes that influence your writing. Okay. Excellent. So giving back to the community. Okay. That when he was a child, he was dreaming to be a good musician, but his parents didn't want him to. Exactly. So he changed direction. Excellent. And so you are specialized in baking. So Flavia, you like making sweets, I assume, correct? Oh, yes, mostly desserts. And where, for example, Flavia, do you get your inspiration from for your desserts? And Renzo, after the school, have you helped any other types of institutions? Excellent. So Alessia now can make an article on Flavia's blogs. Okay. And Katerina, I love Rolling Stones and I saw them last year in Luca. I like also Bob Dylan, but unfortunately I've never seen him. Very cool. Excellent. Okay. And Flavia, you take inspiration from everyday life. So you prepare desserts as birthday cakes, muffins for well, you are gonna make an awesome birthday cake for yourself for your birthday next week. That is awesome. And we can all virtually share. Okay. Excellent. So unfortunately, guys, we're coming to the close of the 50 minutes. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure. I love learning things about you guys. It was so nice to see and get your perspectives and keep going. It sounds really cool. Okay, so keep volunteering, keep making your cakes, keep baking, keep playing music. Okay, because these things are very inspiring. All right. So I wish you guys all a very great day, and I hope to see you soon. Okay.